And then the last part, teaching, right? So that means that this model of solo success that we've been so proud of for so long, where somehow we thought that if I went out and got a great job, that other people would somehow be inspired by what they saw. Like they'd see me driving my Mercedes and they would say, "Oh, I want to be like him," and that's fine to some extent, but that's not the same as me saying, "Let me explain to you how I got this. Let me create a job for you so we can work together and build together." Those are two different sorts of approaches, right? So that teaching part, I think, is essential. We have to make sure whatever your gospel is, whatever your jam is, you play that music as loud as you can. And that's what I like about what you're doing is you're taking your beliefs and no one can be around you for too long without knowing what you stand for, being inspired by what you're doing and watching you take action. Learn, apply, teach. You're doing that. So let me ask you this question then. Um, the sisterhood. Let's talk about that. You mentioned waiting to exhale, and we've heard that term. Everybody, I assume, how many of y'all old enough to remember the movie Waiting to Exhale? Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry. Right? Life never tells us. Yeah, okay, let me stop. All
I
right.
got the
So anyway,
soundtrack. You can sing it, Dr. Boyce. Every time I'm off of Zoom and I'm in the chat, I'm always like, sing it. I love when you start singing and rapping.
I.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
well, well, you know what? That I'll tell you, that was a great movie, and I can't sing, so I'm not gonna mess up Whitney Houston's song. But y'all remember "Shoo Shoo Be Doo"? All
Yes.
right, so here's what that movie said to me, right? And I you brought it up, and I thought it'd be fun to explore this a little bit. I was 24, 25 when that movie came out, and I was just becoming aware of the complexities of being a black adult, right? Like the whole issue that a lot of the issues that black women go through. And I watched the movie and I said, wow, wow, like all these women are going through these horrible experiences with men. And there was only one exception, Gregory Hines and the lady, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She's a famous actress, right? But everything else was like, holy crap, like what's happening here? And so what I thought about when with that movie was, isn't it interesting that you said we're waiting to exhale now? Loretta Devine, thank you, Robert. Um, you said we're waiting to exhale, and what's interesting is that the movie came out 30 years ago, and we were waiting to exhale 30 years ago. So I think a big question to ask, and I'd love for you to just reflect on any of it or share what comes to mind for you, is are we still going to be waiting to exhale 30 years from today? Like the little baby that's your grandbaby that's 3, is she gonna be waiting to exhale when she's 33 in the year 2055? Are we gonna be waiting to exhale in the year 2085? Because
Well,
and,
I'm
and to
gonna
me that's why change is so important, is that what does it take for us to get to the point where we're not still waiting to exhale? Because you can't hold your breath forever.
right.
So tell me what your thoughts are on that. Like, what does it take for us to just say, yeah, all that suffering, all that stress and pain and anxiety that came from racism and miseducation, everything else, that's a thing of the past. That's not true. Because if you listen to Malcolm X talk, it's like he's talking in 2025. So
Absolutely.
that tells me that maybe we're not making as much progress as we'd like to make. What are your thoughts?